So, um, so we're going to our next episode, which would be episode 30, the Big Cufflink Caper.
The what?
The Big Cufflink Caper. This is the one with the explosive cufflinks that all the gangsters and the turtles were all wearing suits and shit. They all got them.
Like, I really think that they really thought that kids were really dumb, and as soon as it hit like 1990,
Yeah.
they're like, these kids are dumb. We're gonna fool them.
So funny thing about this episode, I remember this one airing on prime time because they were hyping up the new lineup for the CBS cartoons, and I remember this being one of the episodes that they showed along with another cartoon. I forgot what cartoon it was, but I remember seeing this clearly like at prime time, like 8 o'clock at night. And I remember so I'm not crazy about this episode, but I'm fond of it because I remember seeing it as a kid. But yeah,
I mean, I was 4 years old at that time,
Yeah.
so I wasn't, if it wasn't after school, I wasn't watching it really.
Yeah, so the the Big Cufflink Caper, and I think that's the first episode that aired on CBS. Episode 31, Raph drives them wild. A machine called the Transmogrifier causes Raphael and a cab driver to swap bodies, and it's later discovered that a defect in the same small device could do some very big damage to the city as well. It's always damage to the city.
I apologize to our viewers because I know you hear like a lot of silence from me, but I have nothing positive to say. Like, I'm just sitting here like shaking my damn head.
Yeah.
I just feel bad. I'm so ready to get past this. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. It's good to watch these and just to see where it went. You know what I mean? But it's just, how many episodes do we need where they transfer bodies?
Yeah, this is like the third time this season.
This season alone, but how many times did last season happen with the pizza and the this and that? Like,
and Shredder and Michelangelo, Shredder.
What
and
happened
Splinter,
to the case of the killer pizzas? Like episodes like that.
Yeah,
where we actually had some good writers. You know, like I feel like when they went to like the Channel 2, it ruined everything. They changed the whole sequence of the entrance. You know what I mean? It was just,
it's not as cool as it used to be. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's like, I'm so happy the movies came out.
Yeah. Episode 32, Beyond the Donatello Nebula. While trying to contact the Turtle Nebula, Donatello meets an intelligent lizard named Elgron. LG for short.
Which I will not be surprised if soon we will get a NECA toy from him.
Who must help him and the other turtles rescue April from a greedy man named Hiram Grinch. I don't fucking know who that is, and I don't remember that episode that well. Failed. Episode 33, Big Bug Blunder. Failed mutagen experiment results in an invasion of giant insects in Archenda, in New York City. So pretty much giant insects invaded New York City, and Turtles had to stop it.
Dum.
Episode 34, the foot soldiers are revolting. This is where that
yes, I actually like this episode.
This episode was pretty good.
I did, and I think that he deserves a NECA toy.
He is.
I definitely do.
That's his. It actually came out recently. Foot soldier named Alpha 1 was its LG increase, but it resulted in a foot soldier rebellion against Shredder and the Krang and the Duel's exile from the Technodrome. This was actually a fun episode, and it kind of reminded me why the figure came out. That one's actually available on NECA.
Oh, fucking NECA. Yeah. They're just taking all of our money.
Yeah. My money more.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm happy it's on you and not on me. I promise you that.
Episode 35.
But Lightning Collection's another story.
Yeah, a Lightning Collection. Yeah, that is another story. Listen to our Lightning Collection special.
Yeah, this shit just came out recently.
Yeah. Episode 35, identifying flying Leonardo while helping April investigate a report of a giant monster attacking superstitious farm village. Leonardo is mistaken for an alien from another planet. The lone turtle must avoid being hunted down and executed while also trying to rescue April from the mad scientist. This is like the 10th mad scientist, I'm telling you.
That we only needed one, and his name was Baxter Stockman, and he got suckered into it. He wasn't mad until he became a fucking fly.
Yeah, he was just abused.
A pussy. He was a pussy, bro. He was a pushover, and he thought he had a friend, and Shredder fucking stabbed him in the back.
Yeah. Episode 36. I think this was my favorite episode of the season. The Adventures of Rhino Man. Jay Gordon Hungary, a Texan millionaire, is holding a best superhero contest. The winner of the contest will receive a humongous Malaprop diamond. No one
This
is.
was the vintage. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but this is vintage Turtles right here.
So no one's aware of it, but Humberly was using the contest as a version so that he can put a zombie making chemical into the city's water supply.
Wasn't it like a diamond that he was giving out?
Yeah. The male violent millionaire figures that if he can get the citizens under control, he can easily take over the city. And you saw Beatback and Rocksteady in superhero suits. That was actually pretty dope.
Yes, it was awesome, man. They were actually a good team.
Yeah.
They actually did some good in the city.
Yep.
I think this was the best episode of the entire fourth season.
Yeah. Episode 37, Michelangelo meets Bugman. Michelangelo meets his favorite comic book superhero after he saves the weakened Rick Bradley in the sewer. And then he and Bugman take on the evil Electro Zapper together.
See, this episode made no sense whatsoever. Because it was a comic book. He was a comic book character that came to life.
Mm-hmm.
That really questions the existence of Michelangelo's fucking train of thought. I don't know if it was if they tried to make it like a fucking Wizard of Oz kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he fell asleep and woke up kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like it's
No, it just happened.
Yeah,
this was another episode I liked. I thought it was interesting. It was episode 38, Leonardo versus Tempesta, when a power surge causes an arcade machine to release Tempesta.
This episode is awesome because it's a lot of breaking and entering.
Yeah, it's up to Leonardo to stop Digital Raph before she becomes dangerously powerful. I actually know she comes back later on in the series as well.
This also showed signs of Leonardo's addiction.
Yes.
Because he was really addicted to the game.
Yep.
And he became a drug addict later in life, ladies and gentlemen.
Perfect. Episode 39, Splinter vanishes. Splinter has suddenly disappeared, and a note left behind from him forces the Turtles to go to separate ways, but one they are captured by Leatherhead and the Rat King.
I actually thought this was a pretty clever episode, though. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a weird combination of people, though.
Yeah. And they actually succeeded by themselves for a little bit.
Yeah.
And Michelangelo was on TV fucking making horrible dishes.
Yeah. It was actually pretty interesting. It was a fun episode.
It wasn't bad.
And then our final episode of season 4 is The Turtles and the Hare. The Turtles travel to the fairy tale dimension in an attempt to save the city from Shredder's Docalizer, while also making friends with a local citizen of the dimension, Hakum Hare, based on the Hare character from The Tortoise and the Hare.
Worm.
Yeah, pretty much. As what I could say for the season, it was just a lot of evil professors. Yeah, that's pretty much what this.
I mean, the one with Donatello. You know what I mean? The guy thought Donatello was a girl.
Yeah.
He wanted to get locked up with him so he can have some hanky-panky and be the last ones ever. So that was an evil scientist.
Yeah.
And didn't realize that he was going to have sex with a turtle.
There was a lot of evil mad scientists in the season. A lot.
The originality is out the window. It's done. It's just they should have just canceled the show right after this.
Yeah.
And it's sad, and it's truly sad to say it.
Yeah. It just got to a place where a lot of episodes kind of cloned each other and kind of was it was exactly the same or somewhat similar to each other. There was nothing really original. There was a few that really stepped up and actually were good, but more of the season was kind of just their same shit over and over again.
Super stupid.
Yeah. So that's season 4 for you. It's not as good as season 3. Definitely not close to season 2.
Season 2 is by far the best, I think.
I say season 1 was by far the best because it was only 5 episodes.
5 episodes.
5 amazing episodes.
It's like the more episodes that came out, the more it just got crappy, man.
Yeah.
It's just, and then like the jump to Channel 2, it's just, it took away everything, man.
Yeah.
It really did.
It's
it
not
just
as
was
good.
not. I feel so bad saying that too, man, because like I was, don't get me wrong. In the beginning of us doing this show, the original, I'm so amped up about it. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna watch the best episodes, the shit that I remember as a kid. Now I'm watching it, and there's so much, because I must have stopped at some point, because none of this sounds fucking familiar, and it's all just garbage. It's not good.
Yeah.
And it hurts my heart to say that, because I'm such a big Ninja Turtles fan, even as an adult. You know, like, oh man, I can't wait till we get through this and we start getting into the later seasons.
Yeah. So this is
except for the Saban one. I'm not really excited.
That's next. That's next after this series. So yeah, our next episode will be season 5 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We will do that in one part because there's only 19 episodes, which they get lower, thank God. But hopefully it picks up. Hopefully we get some good stuff out of it. I watched a couple episodes so far, and the first episode actually made me laugh because you saw like really old versions of the Turtles, and that actually had me laughing. But
let's get back to like. Like Casey Jones whooped some ass, and you know.
I don't think Casey Jones comes back. I actually don't think he's part of the series besides season 3.
Oh God.
Shit, Ace Duck has a figure, and he was like a cartoon of a cartoon. Like he's not a character like with the he doesn't team up with the Turtles. He's a cartoon that the Turtles watch.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Just watch the first 3 seasons, please.
Yes.
Take it from me. We're gonna do it for you.
Yeah, just listen.
We're gonna do it for you. And it's just like I say, it hurts my heart, man. Because I had such high hopes.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is such a waste of existence right now.
You know what's funny? I'll say that this rewatching this cartoon right now is making me not want certain figures.
Yeah, well, save your damn money, man.
Yeah, there's certain characters I just don't want now because I
just buy fucking what you want. Just buy. Ladies and gentlemen, he needs a Don Turtelli.
Don Turtelli. We need.
He
Don
needs
Turtelli.
him.
Yes.
I never met somebody who spoke so much of Don Turtelli. We actually have a friend, Franklin, at work, who is like Don Turtelli.
He's the Don.
Of the Turtellis.
Of the Turtellis.
He's not Don Turtelli, but he's a Don.
He's an ancestor of a Don Turtelli.
Shouts out to Franklin.
Yeah, shouts out to Franklin. Yeah, so I guess we'll keep this one short and sweet because it was not much of a big thing to talk about, just how bad it is. I don't want to keep going negative on how bad it is because they weren't good.
My silence for half of this should have said enough.
Is it worth going through? Like honestly, if you never watched them before, I'll say watch it.
Yes, I would definitely say that. Get your own judgment of it.
Yeah.
You might have a different perspective than us.
But the original cartoon is like little by little, like not the best. And
it's just becoming cheesy.
I will 100% say that honestly, my favorite season so far, my favorite series so far, I even told you was the 2012 series. That's my favorite one. It gets better when it gets to that. Even the 2003 series is not that bad. It actually gets more serious and more like story oriented. So
this is truly dated for its time.
This is a cartoon for a product of its time. This was just to sell toys, and honestly, you could see where they're getting all the toys from. So this is what it is. And
I'm not mad at NECA because NECA's killing it.
Yeah, NECA is killing them. I just saying that Super Rhino Man and B-Box character. I need the NECA figure of those.
I will buy that one. That one I will definitely have.
Yes, we need those. I'll definitely get those if they came out. So we will wrap this up. This is season 4.
Give me Shredder's mom.
Shredder's mom, yeah.
That would be awesome. Shredder with Shredder's mom would be dope.
Yeah. So we'll wrap this up of season 4, part 2. If you didn't listen to part 1, definitely check that out 1 too, because we go into a lot of the episodes the same way, and let you know what we think about it. Season 2 will be next for Shell Shock, and we'll probably do some bonus casts down the road. We'll probably talk about some of the video games. We'll probably talk about some of the toys. So stay tuned.
We're gonna film some of the video games as we do it too on Twitch and stuff.
So it's gonna be a combination of a podcast / video. So definitely stay tuned.
Ninja Turtles is nowhere near being done, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. So yeah, I'm Mark with the Mic. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark with the Mic. Follow Red Set Link on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, WordPress, and SoundCloud, all, and YouTube, all Red Cyclone Inc. And also Spotify, Red Cyclone Inc. That's the easiest way to get every single cast we do. So definitely check all those out. Follow Tenacious T.
Follow me on Twitter, Tenacious T RC Inc. Trying to get more active on that. I know that I say that on every cast, but I'm going to try more and more to do it. Follow me on my own personal Instagram page, T_DA_tots. That's TOTS. Follow Red Cyclone Inc.'s Debate the Greats music page, where we bring 2 artists, 2 bands, 2 guitarists, 2 singers, 2 drummers, 2 whatever.
You know what we should do?
And we bring them together and we debate who is our preference. It's not to discredit, but it's to see whose personal preference it is. At the end of the day, it's nothing but love because we respect creativity.
I got one for you for the debate the greats. Pizza Power versus Confusion from Power Rangers.
That would only be for us because I feel like the demographic of who watches,
we got to link the videos up. We'll link the videos up to the post.
They are gonna hate that, and they're gonna exile us forever.
That's hilarious. I think that's amazing.
But it is hilarious because check out those casts. check out. Because I really did like the live action rock shit. It was just fun for its time, and I remember watching it as a kid.
I'm liking it more than the cartoons for sure.
Yeah, 100%, man. It doesn't touch the first 3 seasons. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Because and this is really the 4th season's really the decline. So like the negativeness is just within the last 2 casts because we broke it off into 2 pieces.
Yeah.
So collectively, so far as of this moment, has been more positive than negative.
Yes,
I will give it that.
Yeah.
But this is bad.
Yeah.
This is not good. This is not something to praise or idolize or even should be. I wish I can eternal sunshine of the spotless mind this shit. It's bad. But always a shouts out to Game On, retro video game store based out of Long Island. Satisfying all your retro video game needs. They got everything. They got handhelds. They got arcade games. You can go in there and just play and not buy a single thing. I advise you not to do that because when you go in there, you're going to have an overload of retro everything. They got toys, they got cards, they got comic books, they got tournaments. Well, not as much as they used to, but they used to be every Friday. The last Friday of every month would be an autism night where they would bring kids with autism together and would have video game night, which I was honored to be a part of one of them. I called out of work for it.
Cool.
But shouts out to them. Shouts out to Mind of an Artist. Came out with his own clothing line called Drugs and Demons. Check that out. Very talented. A lot of his products have been sold out. Wait for more. You can hit me up personally. I can probably get him. He's a friend of mine, so check out his page. It's drugsanddemons.com. Shouts out to the Max. Shouts out to the what did Sal change his name to now?
The Bearded Yeti.
The Bearded Yeti.
Yes.
Sal, go back to drinking. I like the Drunk Yeti better.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to our producer Mike, always making the podcast sound great, and always remember
hook this one up, Mike, please.
Yeah. Always remember, follow the Jinkies. He's not allowed to have sandwiches, and y'all letting him have them, so get them.
You know I'm gonna have to get a sandwich in a little bit.
Yeah, and no more sashimi for Spinner.
I was just going to say the same thing, you asshole.
No, and fuck Zordon.
Yeah, fuck Zordon. Little bitch ass motherfucker.
And Splinter. We don't like you right now.
You know, I had sashimi the other day. It was delicious.
Yeah, sashimi is good. But it's expensive.
Costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money.
Splinter should not
and that's why we think the Turtles, you know, as much as they're good guys, they're bad guys at
they
the
rob
same
people.
time.
100% they rob people.
But they do a lot of stuff during the daytime, believe it or not. So I feel like at nighttime, they're like...
They beat you up and steal your money.
They're extorting News 4, whatever they are.
Channel 6.
Channel 6, News 4.
They're selling
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't turn to Channel 2 after they go into Channel 2.
No, it was always Channel 6 in the cartoon. Anyway, peace out, laters, and thank you for listening for Shell Shock. We'll be back with Season 5 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 87 cartoon. Thank God it's a small season. It's only 19 episodes, so we'll do that in one episode. And
check out our other podcast.
Yeah, check out everything else. Shell Shock, the Morphin Cast, the Not a Trekkie podcast, Gamer Rage podcast, It Gets Better, I Swear, and the Wrestling Babble, all weekly podcasts. Definitely check all those out. Peace out, laters, and